Desert Online, Kunoichi Succession, post rework. Oh man. Alright, that's a mouthful. Before we start, if I have any genius Kunos here who don't need a guide, but just the skill pictures for the combos I'm going to use, I'll leave them in the description, and go ahead and thank me now with some support if they look promising. Today we're going to be discussing some beginner combos as well as some advanced combos and the cancels that you're going to need to know in order to use them. If you haven't, I would check out my previous video for the setup on this class. If this is the first time you're doing with anything with Kuno, you'll want to know like what add-ons to use and your skill hotkeys, where they need to go. And one more disclaimer for this video, I do have Lucas crystals in my awakening weapon, which give me an additional 2% attack speed. So it's 2% base and then an additional 5% with Vel's Heart active for 7. So you can do all the combos I'm going to show you today without that bonus. And keep in mind that using those extras, the Lucas crystals and the Vel's Heart, is going to make the combos way easier to do while you're practicing, and obviously make sure to have a meal popped so you have the 5 attack speed if you don't have that. Alright, so starting right off with the cancels. The first one you're going to need to know is Shadow Stomp. If you already know how to cancel Shadow Stomp, you can just skip this part. Shadow Stomp is your S and E combos, so you can cancel that beginning animation. You have Ghost Step, so you go Ghost Step into smoke. This one's preferred, travels you the most distance, and people primarily use that one in the random situations outside of a combo. Alright, alternatively, you have the smoke screen method, which will allow you to add a little bit of protection, like so. You can see that it's super armor at the beginning of the animation from the smoke screen. And next you have Kunai Throw, just throw Kunai, which is what we'll be using primarily for this combo. And lastly, you have Floor Sweeping if you want to add some extra BM to your combo, just like that. Alright, the next cancel isn't so much of a cancel, it's literally just pressing 2 skills. You notice Shadow Explosion's full animation looks like so, and does good damage if you're at the appropriate range. The key takeaway here is that it gives us a rune. If you watched the previous video, you know about the rune system. You want to get all 3 runes so that you can you just Ghost Step. There's 2 reasons that we'll do this, and they'll come up later, but right now all you need to know is that you can Shadow Explosion and Ghost Step without even the flame animation coming out if you're really fast about how you're going to be doing it. But really, you want the animation to look like about that is how you want to be canceling it. It would be Fatal Blow into hard aiming, and how to do them. Essentially, if you pull up your skill window, it'd say here that you use Fatal Blow by using LMB RMB inputs and off of hotkey, and then hard aiming can be used with LMB RMB or space during concealment. Well, you can use hard aiming another way by side attacking before you do your LMB RMB input. So side attack LMB RMB, and you'll notice that Fatal Blow and heart aiming both go on cooldown. That's how to proc that skill and do the combo. Not sure if it's a bug, an intended feature, or whatever, but that's how you do it. Alright, so the actual combo goes as following. You're going to use a floater bound. In this case I use grab. You're going to use Fatal Blow, hard aiming, Shadow Explosion, Ghost Step cancels Shadow Explosion, Kunai Throw to cancel your Shadow Stomp, Shadow Clone, then Wheel of Wrath, and Heart Snatch. I like this combo because it's a variation of ones that I used before the rework, and it's also a triple rune combo, which means that it's fast, powerful skill that's going to weave a lot of protections into the middle of your combo, as you can notice by my defense icons when I'm using the combo, and it looks like this when done properly. In this combo are as follows. Like we said before about the cancel, you need to cancel Shadow Explosion with a Ghost Step in order to collide with your target. So notice that Ghost Step makes you collide into your target, right? So what we're doing to set yourself up for Shadow Stomp to be in the right position to air smash with Clone without turning around is to get the collision with the cancel of Shadow Explosion. So Shadow Explosion, cancel, get that collision on them to set yourself up for the Shadow Stomp into Shadow Clone. For whatever reason in this combo, I'll demonstrate it here. Ghost Stepping to cancel your Shadow Stomp will not work in this combo. Okay, you cannot do that, right? It just doesn't, it will not work. So you have to use a kunai throw or floor sweeping. Smoke screen will work, but the stun will override the other CC you'd use in this situation, which would be the float of Stomp. So basically it kind of ignores the CC because it happens too fast, in which case you won't get that air smash, so you don't want to use it. It's pretty much that simple, and it would look like this. Notice that you could still finish killing the target, but they're not going to get that bonus air attack damage on Wheel of Wrath. And just one note about the Shadow Clone. If you Stomp and Shadow Clone, because Shadow Clone is a 360-degree skill now, it will air smash them, and they will land whatever direction you are facing. So technically you're facing away because of your Shadow Stomp going slightly through the person if you collided into them. So now you can see I'm technically with my back towards the opponent and they're laying down on the ground. I'm going to then activate the skill, which will move me backwards and them forwards into my Wheel of Wrath. So it's a little bit of a complicated interaction, but I trust that just pressing the two key inputs, it'll speak for itself. It's really not as hard as it looks, okay? You're just going boom, boom. And notice how he's perfectly in front of me now again, even though we switched places there for a brief moment in the combo. And that's it for this combo, so if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, next we have a little bit more of an advanced combo, and it's a combo that I would use in a 1v1 or in large scale if you pick somebody off. Bound, primarily I'm going to use a grab here. Moonlight, Fatal Blow, Heart Aim, Sinew Cut, Shadow Stomp. You do a 180 camera turn this time into Shadow Clone, then Dance Macabre, Wheel of Wrath, and Heart Snatch. The tricky part here in this combo is the 180-degree camera turn that happens after Shadow Clone, and as I mentioned previously, the direction you are looking will affect your target, so you're using it in this case to set somebody up to get hit by Dance, and the combo looks like this. You can see the terrain scuffed me there for a minute, so I'll redo the combo. And this is something I'm not going to edit out of the video, I kind of just want to show you this. You notice so many skills go on cooldown every time you use a big combo like this, and Sinew Cut and Heart Snatch are both skills that could be used just as defensively for movement or trying to tag somebody with a slow. And you'll start to notice that a lot of these Kuno combos aren't always going to be 100% uptime combos, right? You're going to have some gaps in your combos and need to think on the fly and put some filler damage in there. Usually do the most damage out of any of the combos I'll show you. And then I'd like to add one, you know, I get a catch with Flash Slash, what do I do kind of a combo. So I would do this. Flash Slash, Stomp, Clone, Heart Aim, Shadow Explosion, Wheel of Wrath, and then you could add in any filler damage right here. Really doesn't matter. So Sinew Cut, Shackles, Moonlight, Heart Aiming, or sorry, not Heart Aiming, but Heart Snatch, and Shackle Target would all be good skills to use right there. You could probably even add in Foxclaw. You notice I don't use a lot of Foxclaw in my combos, which it's a fine skill. It's more of a backup skill. So a combo I might do would be, if I caught somebody here, I might kick into the Foxclaw just because that's my natural tendency. And then Shadow Clone for the down smash, throw a Shadow Explosion on him for the debuff, and then lead out with Heart Snatch again. I usually try to use skills that have either forward or backwards movement at the end of my combos to either set me up to kill other players that are CC'd or to get me out of the fight so that I don't just get immediately refragged by another enemy. And that's just kind of a playstyle that I use and try to incorporate in 1v1s in every situation. That way, when it does happen, it's something I already have a habit of doing. If you're going to be building combos, I would suggest one thing, which is don't include movement skills into your combos. I know they can look kind of funny and cool to use, but I really wouldn't recommend putting things like Crescent Slash or Ankle Cutter into your combos outside of certain situations, which I'll probably touch on the advanced PvP guide. But for here, this is just kind of a starter to like, okay, here are different combos. And if you want more variations of combos and other Kuno content while you're here, And if you need even more than that, you can find me at Twitch over at Sadie Shiro, which is the same as YouTube. And I'll see you on the next one.